You think you're seeing the world as it really is, right now. This screen, these words, your hand holding your phone. You're not. Your brain is lying to you, constantly. And it has to, because reality is far too complex, too overwhelming, too weird for you to handle raw. Welcome to the illusion. Let's start with color. That blue sky you see doesn't exist. Blue isn't out there. It's your brain's interpretation of electromagnetic waves bouncing around at about 450 nanometers. A bee looking at the same sky sees ultraviolet patterns you literally cannot imagine. A dog sees muted yellows and blues. So which one is real? None of them. All of them. Color is a hallucination your brain creates to help you navigate. The universe doesn't do color. It does wavelengths. You do color. And that's just the beginning. Your brain doesn't even show you the present moment. Right now, you think you're experiencing now. But there's a lag. Light hits your retina, travels through your optic nerve, gets processed in your visual cortex. All of this takes time. About 80 milliseconds. You're living in the past, always. A tenth of a second behind reality. But it gets weirder. Your brain predicts what's about to happen and shows you that instead. When you catch a ball, you're not reacting to where it is. You're reacting to where your brain predicted it would be. You're living in a simulation your brain is constantly generating, updating, correcting. When the prediction is wrong, that's when you notice. That's surprise. That's when the illusion glitches. And your sense of self? The you that's watching all this. Illusion. There's no central you sitting in your brain watching everything like a movie. Neuroscience can't find it. What you call you is more like a story your brain tells itself to make sense of a bunch of different processes, all firing at once. Don't believe me? Ever had that moment where you start talking before you know what you're going to say? Or your hand reaches for something before you decided to reach? That's because the decision happened before conscious you showed up to take credit for it. Studies show brain activity indicating a decision can happen up to 10 seconds before you become consciously aware you've made that decision. 10 seconds. You're the narrator, not the author. Even solid matter is an illusion. That chair you're sitting on? Mostly empty space. If an atom were the size of a football stadium, the nucleus would be a pea in the center. Electrons would be dust particles in the outer seats. And everything in between? Nothing. You're not actually touching the chair. The electromagnetic forces in the atoms of your body are repelling the electromagnetic forces in the atoms of the chair. You're hovering just above it, held up by invisible force fields, and your brain translates that repulsion as solid. Reality is energy waves and mathematical relationships. The solidity? Your brain's user interface, a convenient fiction. So what's real? Maybe the question itself is the illusion. Maybe reality isn't something out there, waiting to be discovered. It's something continuously constructed by every observer, every measurement, every moment of consciousness collapsing infinite possibility into experienced actuality. You're not living in reality. You're living in your brain's best guess about reality. A beautiful, useful, absolutely necessary illusion. And now that you know, you can't unsee it. Everything's an illusion, including this script, including the person reading it. Sweet dreams.